2:11.
Ooh, 2 more songs. Stickers you guys can have. They're in the van. They're in the van also. Fuck us. We have a mailing list. It's our last song. Oh yeah, it's Saturday. Come up with directions for next Saturday. Thank you. Thank Groove for him. Everybody be sure to thank John Lease on your way out. Give him a big kiss.
What? Huh? What?
Kathleen.
You guys are all on your plate here. Everybody's here to meet you.
Cool, thanks. Hey, Chad. Hey, Chad. We're gonna get a mailing list.
Yeah, I want to get on it.
Or actually, tell you what, if you don't get on tonight, we'll leave it here all week.
Oh, at the skate place. Yeah.
You got 2 days. Woo, doggy.
Skate shop. See, are they doing a good job at the skate shop?
We might be going on tour Silverfish like on the 22nd.
Yeah, it's not for certain, but it's like really close. And the first date's 22nd and
I mean, how long has she been in town? Okay? Yeah. Why, you still living up there?
where's your shot right?
Yeah.
Later fall. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Mine's better than yours.
Did you go?
No.
It's pretty fancy, man.
Huh?
3 times somebody kicked out my power plug. Pissed me off.
Oh, I'm going on battery.
Did you go straight?
Yeah. Boy, my battery went dead like that. Say something quick before my battery goes dead again.
They're probably downstairs. Did you want to get one? Yeah. What? See the wrist? Yeah. We got them back there. How much are they?
I want it.
Yeah, sort of. Besides, it annoys people.
Yeah, it does. That's annoying people.
Yeah.
Is it really any of your
Hey,
business?
you know what you ought to do? You ought to talk about what you're doing in here.
Huh?
You got to talk about what you're doing in here, you and John.
I'll tell you what they're doing. Let me tell you, you two over here, I'll tell you what they're doing. They're doing a lot of nothing. That's exactly
A lot of nothing.
Who else was that right there? Oh, he's got a fucking building. That's something. They're doing the window.
Get Motley on film.
It's taking a long time.
Oh, cool. So what were you saying about the state of all ages shows in Kansas City?
What all ages shows?
What all
Here
ages
you have
shows?
it. Got 150 people here and nowhere to put them.
Your name is Motley, right?
That's right, MOTT-LY. There you
I used to
have
do a
it.
show here. Oops.
I used to do a radio show.
Pandora's Can and
It started
Susan.
out as Susan, turned into Pandora's Can, and now it's the real truth about UFOs.
With Pat on
Pat
Wednesday
Hopewell.
nights, right?
Wednesday nights, 10 to midnight. Good music.
Good music.
Yeah. Songs to fall in love by.
So what do you think we should do in this town about all ages shows? Now that you've moved up to Lincoln, don't care anymore.
I mean, so we have to think of how to do it there, too.
Find a place to have them, and alcohol-free and legal. That's about it. I mean, it's like, there's places all over town, you just need to find it. Someone needs to find it.
If you have a coffee houses work really well. And you can combine it with like a gallery or something, and then, I mean, we have friends who have a gallery, and the way they make their rent money is by having shows like 2 or 3 times a month, and it does it. And they can pay the bands also.
They say back in the early 80s, or mid 80s, when we had the VFW Hall and the Fool Killer, they were all ages, and the thing was, people knew that they could kind of count on there being a show every weekend. It's like, shows were an average of once or twice a week.
Yeah.
So it's like people knew that they could go there. But anymore, all ages shows are so few and far between that it's like you don't have a regular audience. You know, and that's what you need. Someone needs
Plus
to
every
find
time
a place.
somebody tries to do one, the cops shut it down.
But that doesn't have to be. If you can find a place and make it legal. You just have to have like the right number of fire extinguishers and make sure to have an exit, a good exit. It's clear, not full of boxes and stuff like that. You know, there are a lot of details that a person has to work through. Stuff like that. But once you've got all that worked out, you've got a good, safe place for shows, and there's no reason for them to shut it down.
Hey, wouldn't Kansas
unless
City
you're letting
Union
people
Station
in
be
with
a killer
alcohol.
place?
Pardon?
Wouldn't Kansas City Union Station be a killer place? It's just a wild hair.
Yeah. It's pretty big, I don't know. But I mean, if you have a place like that, there's no reason for them to shut it down. You know, as long as you don't let people in with alcohol, you know.
Yeah.
And when liquor control shows up, which they will do, if they don't find it with alcohol, they have absolutely no reason. You know,
Yeah.
none whatsoever.
Cool.
I
Well,
mean,
thanks.
so, but that's what you need. You need like old Parody Hall, like I said, it's going to waste.
Yeah.
And I think there should be a lot of volunteers. I think a lot of young, underage people should help run it, because they should know, they should feel it's part of their own thing, and then they don't break the rules. I mean, they understand if they break the rules, they're going to screw it up for themselves.
Like the Gilman Project or something.
Right. I mean, if they feel like, well, we're the enemy. If I start a coffee house and I have shows and they feel I'm the enemy because I'm of age or because I'm bossy or something, then they're going to try and screw me over. If they are part of it and they volunteer there, or they get, they volunteer and then they get free coffee or something, then maybe they won't be as likely to do that.
Well, thanks. You talk to John. I can't see shit. Hey, can we go somewhere to talk
I don't want to talk.
about what you're doing here at the farm?
It's the last time I'm doing it.
About all ages shows.
Well, it's the last time I'm going to do it for a while. It's just kind of too hard to do. It's getting too big.
Too big?
Until I get a place of my own, that'll be it.
What do you think of the state of all ages shows in Kansas City?
There should be more of them.
There should be more of them?
Yeah.
How do we go about doing that? What's our problem starting?
I don't know. What Motley say?
Motley, he said,
He's probably got it. He knows.
he said there's no problems. He just, as long as somebody does it, gets it legal and
Well, it's all it comes down to, but it's costly.
costly.
And then you got to pass that along to the kids somehow, because you can't do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, you got to charge at the door, or have a bunch of people that volunteer, willing to volunteer money and time.
Sure.
Or you get to know some people with good inheritances. So what is a Groove Farm?
What?
What is a Groove Farm? Free advertisement.
I don't know. Just a store, just a living, you know.
A record store. Making a living. What do I ought to do? Go in here?
Yeah, man. Get a good shot.
Get a good shot.
Do you want to do maybe looping and right and water and dysfunction, or? Be nice.
Ham sandwich.
Or. to be left. Thanks for staying. Thank you for Molly McGuire. They've got beautiful t-shirts and records for you to buy. We're Sideshow from Lincoln, Nebraska. Hi.
Wow, we saw some accidents on the way to Minneapolis.
Yeah, we went to Minneapolis the other weekend. There are really, really amazing car wrecks. I mean, the one in Omaha, the people on it was on the other lane, right, the other road at the interstate. People in Omaha, they're famous for this. I don't know if you've heard. If there's a wreck, they just get out of the car, pull over, and run over, and look for change.
And they wash and they rummage through the
happens all.
COAs.
Maybe that's just a Nebraska thing.
At least we slowed down, but we didn't stop.
sideshow, this is our last song. We have some records and some tapes to buy. If you feel the need, feel that consumer urge.
That's right, man. I was just gonna say, hey, don't go change the game.
This is called Misfunction. Show. Thanks a lot. Very much. Thanks.
Hey, you.
The perpetuation of air in the
What's the scene like up in Lincoln?
It's actually very good, but it's very scattered.
Very scattered.
Very scattered indeed. Many people, but there's really nowhere for all of them to go and be themselves. It's kind of pathetic, actually, but the people are beautiful there and wouldn't trade them for the world.
What is your name, anyway?
My name is Paul.
Paul? What's your last name?
Tisdale.
Tisdale?
Yeah.
Your brother's name is Motley Tisdale.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Lee.
Lee.
He's hobbling around here somewhere.
Yeah, I've talked to him. I've interviewed him even.
He's a nut.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this air. I'm gonna go change my booty.
Yeah.
Want to buy a record? This one's $3.
This one's $3.
Okay, I'll buy all of them, but I need to get my checkbook.
And this one is, you can haggle with me.
What's your name?
My name's Bernie.
Of Sideshow.
What?
Of Sideshow.
Oh, sure.
Are you guys going to be around for a while? Because I got to go get my checkbook.
We'll be here.
Parked up at my
We'll
van,
be here.
And I'll buy all of those.
Rock.
And
Rock
roll.
on. Like,
you don't mind
like
if you
Young
appear on a
Restless?
video zine, do you?
What?
You don't mind if you appear on a video zine?
Look, no, that's totally cool. I'm into it. You have $20?
No, I have $1.20.
Okay.
I got to get these people on camera.
Oh yeah, he said he always sees us at the outhouse.
At the outhouse.
Hey, look out!
Y'all are sisters. There's a little resemblance there. Y'all look like your close sister. Are you all twins?
No.
No?
2 years apart.
2 years apart? It's amazing. You all look like you get along with each other.
We do. That's friends.
Sometimes.
Wow.
I've seen him getting dog fights before it shows.
Dog fights or cat fights, you mean?
And kind of
Not dog fights.
I should hug you. Only if you wear it.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello. Gotta get her on video. I see her all the time too. Because I see all the time. I don't know your name.
Tara.
Tara?
What's yours?
Steve. Where are you from?
Texas.
Texas? You come all the way up here to see Molly
Well,
McGuire
no,
and
I mean,
Sideshow?
I go to school here, but I'm not from here.
UMKC, KU?
UMKC.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Where from in Texas?
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi.
Where are you from? Here?
Well, I was born in England.
Oh, really?
My parents traveled or moved a lot.
Yeah, mine too.
So I'm from here because I've lived here the most, longest.
Yeah. Wow.
I got a question I've been asking everybody. What do you think of the state of all ages shows in Kansas City?
The state of them? Well, I don't think there are very many.
You don't go to very many?
Well, there aren't any, really.
There aren't any? Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, there are in Lawrence and stuff, but I don't think there's a place here.
There isn't a place?
Yeah, I think if there's a place, then
Do you think if people got together and invested and got a place going that it wouldn't be bothered by the police and
Well,
stuff? If it was legal and everything?
I mean, if it was legal, I guess. But there have been a lot of places, throughout the years that I've been here that have, that have been good for a while, but then something's happened and they've gotten closed down, so.
John, quit doing that.
It's hard to say.
John the Dumb Blonde. He's a recent addition to the Dumb Blonde clan.
So are you going to start something?
Maybe, I don't know.
Wow.
Me and other people. It's going to take a lot of people working together.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm starting this thing that I call the Cultural Underground Revolution, which is a floating all-ages show.
Wow.
Basements, houses, farmers' fields, wherever it can be played.
Well, I'm surprised they haven't had any trouble here with this stuff.
I'm surprised too.
I guess no one, no
John has been keeping it under control though. He sits out in the parking lot, make sure they don't park. And
right. Well, I mean, like tonight when a lot of people were standing out there watching it, I would think if a cop drove by, you'd say, oh, what's going on?
the cop did drive by.
Really?
He was a black cop. He didn't get out, he didn't look. He just kind of drove by and said, oh, they're peaceful, and drove on.
I'm surprised. That's good, though.
I'm surprised Fire Marshal didn't come down, though.
Yeah.
I suppose that if there were a lot of flyers printed out, this was held at the same time that the bars. That's another thing. It was held at a different time from when the bars. This is Sunday night.
That's true. But it was last night, too, though.
Yeah, but it didn't really go on, I don't think, when the bars start getting, bless you. The bars start getting rolling, yeah. Bars start getting rolling after 10, and this place closed by 10.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Well,
it
if you
didn't.
need any help, kind of thing, let me know.
If I need any help?
I mean, I don't have any money, but if you need any help.
Oh. Well, want to help me produce a video zine? That's what I'm doing this for.
Yeah?
As a matter of fact, I sell it in here.
Oh, really?
Lisa with a... Okay.
Nice.
Well, I have to get your name and address and everything else like that.
All right.
Thank you very much. Transport short. You want to buy Rick? I think you know anything about it. You want to buy Rick?
It's Steve of Season to Risk.
Okay.
Keeping his pretty look. So mind if I ask you my question I've been asking everybody?
Go ahead, ask away.
Oh, wait a second. There's other questions I'd like to ask you, like, how's it feel to be signed and got a video out? And...
It's fucking beautiful. Makes me really hard.
Who are you signed with?
Sean.
Sean?
Signed me.
I signed him on as my slave. He's under 2-year
Sean,
contract.
Sean, will you sign me?
Puts his signature on him. Oops.
Sign me, man.
He is signed.
Got signed.
Oops.
Sorry.
So what do you think of the state of all ages shows in Kansas City?
Sucks. Should be better.
Why is that? Why isn't it better?
Is there? I don't know. That's the question. That's why I'm asking you.
Do you think it's a conspiracy? Do you think it's because people are lazy, won't do it?
It's a Reagan-Bush conspiracy, and now that we have a goddamn good Democratic president.
Well, can I at least start thinking of something to say? Because
well, go ahead,
on John's interview, you're like
John's interview.
He was like wonderfully.
We're here. We're totally jealous. Rick Well, no, it's not Valdez.
Rick Carrasquillo.
Yeah, Rick Carrasquillo. What
really
kind of name is that anyway?
I don't know. I think it's Spanish. I think.
Spanish.
Yeah, it is. It means.
Is that why you're like Ren so much?
Oh yeah, we have to stick together or something like that. It means dweller under the buckthorn tree. I have no idea how the hell that came up to me.
And you're wearing your flake shirt. I'm wearing my Molly McGuire shirt.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this. I went over to. Where was I? I went over to Fish's house. I was doing an interview with IAW. I was helping him out, and I just bought a shirt because I was bored.
An interview for what?
I was helping Flake. No, I'll do that again. I was helping Jeanette and Nora. I Always Wanted from Kansas City. They were doing a zine, and they were doing an interview with Flake, and I just happened to be there because they're real friends of mine. And so I was just there, and I got really bored, so I had money and just.
From Shawnee Mission or something like that.
Yeah, Shawnee Mission. I think. Yes, you need to write them. I'll give you the address of. I don't know what it is.
Olathe or something like that.
Something weird. Shawnee Mission, I think that's what it is. But
yeah, they do a zine over in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh wait, those two girls. I met them.
Yeah, you met them.
They were here like a couple. One has like round glasses and.
Yeah, that's Nora. Nora and Jeanette. You need to write them. They're really cool people, and that's all I need to say about them. Or have to say right now.
So what do you do?
What do I do? I'm the silent partner to
the silent partner
to Raw Meat. I'm Soup.
You're the co-editor.
I'm the co-editor of Raw Meat.
So where does the name Soup come from?
The name Soup. John and I were sitting in the office, and we were calling each other names, and I was thinking of a pen name, because it really got started with drinking bathwater with Nick and Sprout zine, and Sprout, and I thought that was really cool. I said, hey, what if I had a pen name to use on that? And I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden I just came out and I was Soup all of a sudden.
Soup.
It was the first thing I thought of. I don't know why. Now I'm getting labels from all over the country. Soup labels.
Soup. Oh really?
Yeah.
People send you. Oh, you sent your zine all over the country?
Yeah. People will hear about it. I don't know. It started out with like 12 issues and ended up with 62 issues, as far as we can get, and we get it everywhere. Anybody wants it, we'll just send it to them.
What's it called?
Raw meat.
Raw meat.
I don't know how we got that. I think I came up with raw meat. I don't know how I thought of that, but it started out with John and I sitting in his dad's office and making photocopies of our butts and stuff, and we made like 200 or 300 of these things after we thought of this zine. 200 or 300 of these photocopies, and ended up using
butts?
Yeah, no, not just our butts, of various parts of our anatomy, and we ended up using the very first one we used was the first photocopy for our cover. So we just killed a couple of million trees, or we recycled it, I guess, so it can be
recycled it.
Yeah, or I guess I could say that. And
well, you could have done that on hemp paper. No, you couldn't on this country.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, though.
Yeah, we did an article
zine on hemp paper.
Yeah, we covered the hemp rally and stuff like that. Well, I don't know if we really covered it.
You were kind of grounded at home, weren't you?
Yeah, I change every issue. I'm either grounded boy or something like that.
You were bummed out, pissed off, depressed.
Yeah, it's a very wide variety of adjectives used in that article.
You wanted somebody else to give you a review of the hemp rally, and instead of giving you a review, they just told you what they did that day.
That's true. I wanted to get a big O melting pot of all these people's ideas of and what happened to them, and I ended up with like 3 people giving me stuff, and I only ended up using 2 of the other people's stuff, and I wrote one and John wrote one, and that's what happened. So pretty much it's a vague idea of what happened at the hemp rally. We'll get it better next time.
Well, here's a question I've been asking everybody. Why does I fall into the
gravity works, man.
Huh?
Gravity works.
Gravity works, yeah. What do you think of the state of all ages shows in Kansas City?
State of all ages shows. Hey, I hear that question a lot in all of your interviews. Is that like a repetitive thing for you?
It's a repetitive thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I have real trouble interviewing people otherwise. John does all the interviews. Okay, state of all ages shows. I think it's really cool seeing how I'm a minor, a very minor. I think that's all ages shows should be worldwide, and all shows should be all ages shows. So you can let little bums like me come and interview. I'm sick. I'm sick.
Yeah, but
that's probably why it's taking so long for number 4.
Every time they have a show, they'll busted by the cops.
I'm busted by the cops. I don't know. I guess
us little venue or something like that.
Us little minors just have this burning desire just to get busted, I guess. I don't know.
You get busted?
Yeah, I guess we just decide on all the ones that have flyers or something like that. I don't like parties that have flyers, you know, so they always get monitored by somebody.
Monitored?
That's an interesting word. So is defray. I like defray.
Defray?
Yeah.
So I asked John this. What's your impression of what's going on with Warrensburg High School and them not wanting you to publish your zine there?
Well, we had the first issue we had no problems at all. In fact, I don't think anybody really noticed about it. Second issue, we had some controversial stuff. I don't know what was controversial about it. The hemp rally, that's what it was. We wrote the word hemp and we wrote the word smoke it in it. And they got really jeeved about that. And that's an interesting jeeve.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Jeeved me.
I noticed that Scene 6 got pulled off the air only 2 weeks after I shown the hemp rally.
You're really pissed off about that, aren't you?
Well, I'm not really pissed off. It's just that they never really
I'd
gave
be
me.
pissed
They never
off
really
too.
gave me the
I
reasons.
I saw it once, and I say that's pretty cool. And then
Yeah, they never really gave me the reasons why they pulled me off the air.
Well,
They
I think
weren't
we should
fair
just go
about
lynch
it.
him or something. Just burn
They
down.
just said we're pulling it off the air. You have no choice in the matter.
Well, I think they're real dorks then. I don't know.
Well, that's
the
the way all the
censorship thing
cable
is really
systems-
getting really way out of hand. Oh, what was the first question? Oh yeah, the school. So we just pretty much said fuck you and just printed it anyway. And the principal called us in, and we pretty much gave our stories and said we tried not to do anything controversial or anything. Number 3 ended up being the most controversial issue we had anyway. And we just distributed like nothing happened, and as long as and we tell everybody just don't get caught with it, I guess. And
Yeah, and you guys don't get kicked out.
And don't get kicked out. It doesn't matter to me anymore.
But
John got a lot of slack from it. I don't know.
Does it matter that, excuse me, to your parents?
To my parents, I don't know. It's been really weird. I thought my parents would totally disapprove of it, and I said, and they bought all 3 issues and they're buying copies of all of them. They really like them. I guess it's just like showing journalistic. It's like something like I'm standing up for something.
Oh yeah. Do you know our mutual friend Vicky?
Yeah.
She's been afraid to show her parents
Rockmeyer.
anything.
Oh well, John and I had a really weird idea. I don't know if
She has yet to show her mother any of the issues. And
well, John and I.
She won't show her anything that she's doing. She's doing her own zine.
We're trying to make dummy issues to give to our parents. We thought about doing that. Thought about just editing all the stuff and give it to them, and everybody else has.
Are you
cool
afraid
issues.
of the personal stuff, or are you afraid of?
I'm not sure. I don't know what it is.
You're afraid that if you get too, because some of the stuff is pretty risque.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I read that bothered me, it doesn't seem like it bothered the school, from what you said, was the article that you had about killing a chemistry teacher.
Okay. I didn't even know who that guy was. John got that article from some guy named Joel Chalky. I don't know. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. John gets most of the letters and all this stuff, and I didn't even read it until it was almost printed.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't have any slack with it anyway, and I don't think any of the teachers objected to it,
Really?
except for probably the chemistry teacher.
That was probably the most, I don't know, most juvenile
thing that I could think
thing.
of.
It
Besides
was
the
pretty.
hemp rally,
I don't know. It's like when I was in school, everybody wrote things like that.
yeah.
Little fantasies about killing your favorite teacher or something.
Yeah, only they didn't publish on that.
Yeah. But I thought that would be something that they would object to in the school. It sounds like it wasn't.
Like I thought it would get in trouble, and at that point I wasn't really thinking about it. And now that I thought about it, I think it could have, but I don't know. It didn't really get in trouble. What they mainly thought it was talking about was the religious article that John wrote.
Oh.
Do you remember that, number 2?
Was it anti-religious?
Very, very anti-religious. And I didn't have any problems with it because, I mean, it was John's opinion, you know.
Yeah.
And we
Everybody
told
should
him it
be
was John's
entitled
opinion.
to their opinion, but around here, if you discuss religion or drugs, and I guess the opinion's out the window.
Yeah, especially about being out here in the Midwest, you know, the big old Bible Belt.
Big old Bible Belt. Speaking of the issue at hemp, is there anything you'd like to say about legalization of hemp? The way the government is appeared to cover up all the useful purposes, and then we find out that the government is just a big lobby of DuPont and the chemical companies that stand to lose a lot of money if
these things come out.
If we can find ways of doing things naturally.
Well,
sorry to put my opinion in there, but
oh, that was a pretty long question. I think hemp. I have no problems with hemp. You know, I think people should be able to make their own choices. But right now, there's things on like abortion and stuff like that, where the big issue is whether they can deal with their own bodies or not. You know, but and it's pretty. Though they want to acknowledge it, it's pretty much the same thing with hemp. You know, it's their bodies. You might as well let them do it. You know, it's going to happen anyway. They know it.
Oh, doesn't it bother you maybe that this is kind of a counter question, that somebody could get into drugs and destroy themselves and their lives and destroy their family's life, and then we, the taxpayers, would have to pay for that?
Well, that's true, but I don't pay taxes yet.
You will.
Well, I know I will. I'll
Not
try
only will
not
you
to.
pay your taxes, you'll be paying my taxes and everybody else before me.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, right now, being a little juvenile minor, I don't think about things like that, but it's true. I mean, it's just another, that's why it's a controversy right now, because you don't have a real answer for it. If there's an issue, there's always a counter issue for that, so there's not really any good answer I can give you for that.
Well, good. You got anything else you want to add?
Buy my zine. Buy our zine, John.
How much is it?
Well, it was $1, and I don't know, we just printed $1. We pretty much give it away free whenever we see people, but
where
we
do you get it at?
The what?
Your address, phone number, stuff like
that. Just write us. Sure, we accept all donations. We don't care what we just love getting mail. We're ecstatic about getting mail. We love it. It's P.O. Box 224. Oh, you're writing this down?
Hmm?
You're writing this down?
No, I'm scratching.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to write it down. I'll get on video.
Okay, P.O. Box 224, Warrensburg, Missouri, 64093.
64093.
Yeah, that's right.
Warrensburg, where's that?
Warrensburg, Missouri. We're way out here in.
We're only about an hour east of Kansas City. We're almost a suburb, really.
Hey, that's pretty cool. I never thought about that. Warrensburg is
a pretty cool little town.
It's interesting. I mean, everybody who comes here to battle out all their problems, and then they go back to wherever they started.
A lot of bands should come to Warrensburg.
I think they should. I mean, some really lots of good bands skip us over. They go to Kansas City or Columbia. I mean,
we're the hometown that Dave McQuitty sprang from.
I'm serious, man. They need to come here, and it has to be an all-ages show, so I can cover it. Please let us have an all-ages show so I can cover it.
Well, would y'all be willing to contribute money and put one on yourselves?
Yeah.
I'll talk to a bunch of your friends.
Yeah, we'll publicize. We'll do anything, or I'll do anything. I don't know.
If we want to put on an all-ages show, then we need to get it in with all your friends and contribute money towards renting a place and doing it, getting the bands.
And we'll do it.
There's no law that says you can't do that.
We'll try.
All right. Well, thanks.
Thanks a lot, man.
Now you won't feel so bad. I got his co-editor, and I didn't get him. He was like, oh, when are you going to get me on your show? I'm glad, though, because he didn't have... Yawn.
Yawn, I'm tired.
Well, thank you. Oops. Index, manual focus. So, we were saying?
We were saying?
About legalization of hemp. Said you had something intelligent to say on that.
Legalization of hemp.
Oh, what's your name anyway?
My name is Dee.
Dee.
Yeah. And...
You live in Warrensburg?
Yeah, I live in Warrensburg and...
Going to school?
Going to school.
Majoring in?
Majoring in aviation safety. I think I'm going to be here for the next...
20 years.
20 years at the rate I'm going. No, I think, you know, I'm all for the legalization of hemp. It's kind of controversial with me being an aviation major and also being an emergency medical technician because, I mean, you know, they don't dig it. But it's like this. I've picked up a lot of drugs, a lot of drugs in my past year being with an ambulance company where I'm from, and I've never picked up anybody under the influence of hemp. And, you know, medical studies show to prove that hemp is less harming to the body than alcohol. And I would think that the government could take this into consideration, I mean, of actual medical studies. And, you know, it would, I mean, I don't understand quite what the big deal is. Because like that little jobber was saying earlier, you know, we're having a big controversy over abortions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like, well, I feel that the government really isn't putting enough time towards the legalization of hemp. They, you know, I think that the, possibly, you know, I can't, you know, legally state that accidents may go down, but there's, you know, could be a possibility people won't be going out and getting drunk as much. So, you know, they'll stay home and smoke a little hemp, you know.
Well, my boss said something cute about abortions. He said, those people that are pro-lifers, so they say, if they're so pro-life, then they should go out and adopt a crack baby.
Exactly.
But, a little bit of counter, I've met some people who were big pot smokers, and maybe they've been doing it for, you know, a couple of years or so, and they would do it like 3 or 4 times a day, you know, or they do it quite a lot, and by the time, you know, they get a few years under their belt, those people are kind of wasted, you know. They don't, they're no good at jobs and stuff like that.
You know, it's like with anything that people do. I mean, when you do alcohol for day after day, you know, year after year, your body's going to be wasted. And it's the same thing. People need to show the proper restraints for, you know, like, you know, in the fact that let's go out and get wasted every night. You know, to function normally as a person, you can't do that. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got anything else?
No. Smoke hemp, have free sex, enjoy life. No, that's it. Don't forget your condoms, swims, and jellies.
Cool.
And don't run that.
Oh, the free sex or the hemp?
The free sex, condoms, swims, and jellies.
Free sex?
Free sex. Soap.
I don't give free sex. I have to pay for mine.
Ooh, is it that bad for you right now?
Well, you're 27, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so depressed.
Tell him you're a Zener to help.
Tell him
Helps
he's
me.
Gets you laid.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
My phone number is...
Wait a second. Gotta wait a couple seconds because this thing edits itself. Okay.
Steve.
Yeah.
My phone number is 747-5826.
Look in the camera when you say that.
747-5826.
Cool.
I want a copy of this.
That'd be weird.
I'm like
getting along.
I mean, well, I didn't know you guys kind of been drifting apart.
Well,
for a while.
It's been just a matter of doing different things.
That's okay. Oh, I'll be moving out of Moorview by the end of this week.
Really?
Yeah.
What is more view for the viewing public?
It's a shithole from hell.
Are you allowed to say anything?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I just can't. If this were to by chance get in the hands of them, and if I were too liberal or too judgmental, I'd get in a lot of trouble.
Oh, you mean like saying that more view is shit?
Yeah.
Then I have to edit that part out.
Yeah. Client over at Moorview right now, he has done so much marijuana and alcohol that he has become almost a vegetable. He doesn't make sense when he talks, for the main part. He just doesn't make sense when he talks. It's like you can ask him a simple riddle such as, why did the chicken cross the road? And he will come up with this off-the-wall answer. And it'll either be funny or stupid, or it just won't make sense. It's really sad. I mean,
so the people should keep in mind that a good number of the clients at Moorview are
alcoholics or addicts, or both.
And not just not hemp, but not just hemp, but
no, we've got
hemp as well as other drugs, and
right.
Usually a lot of them mixed together.
Right, we've got one person there who's done acid, and the main one out of everybody out of there is hemp or marijuana and alcohol. But there have been a couple people who've done cocaine and crack and LSD and various other substances.
And they're in the state of rehabilitation.
Right now, yes.
And for the most part, most of them, unfortunately, will never get out of that state.
Unfortunately, no. Some of them don't want to for another reason, because the style of living is too comfortable for them. Everything is tailored to their wants or needs, and they don't have to do nothing. Get up in the morning, make their bed, clean their room, and that's all they got to do.
They don't have to work or anything.
Not unless they want to.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I just say, just because you see somebody in a mental institution, doesn't mean they're a bad person, Find out what they're like. Find out the person inside of them. Some of the people watching this may already know somebody in the mental health system, or may have been in it themselves.
Or something, yeah.
Right, may have been in it themselves, or have somebody in the family. And it's like, for those who have been in the mental health system, it's not fun being in, and next time I would say next time somebody feels like criticizing somebody who's in the mental health system, think about what you could be like in the mental health system. Think about if you were, and what it would be like for you, because it's not fun and there's too much prejudice going on as far as that's concerned.
Okay, well, thanks.
Slinkies are the ultimate toys.
Blink, oh my. I should have froze that one. You're doing this. Just tell me who you are and what you're doing.
Mike.
Mike and Jim.
And Stephanie.
Okay, can you speak a lot louder?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. See.
So we're like 3/4 of the Rhumba Box.
3/4 of the Rhumba Box.
He'll be back eventually. The other Jim's not here. You can get him, splice him in later.
Okay. What is the Rhumba Box?
The Rhumba Box is the reincarnation of the Human Observation Lab.
All ages.
All ages. Is it just bands or is it?
Well, I specialize in promoting local bands, especially.
Local bands?
So I give especially young bands like Downside that play tonight, who is a wonderful band, chance to start to big like all the other big bands.
We do have regional acts coming.
Yeah, like who?
Big Hat's coming. Working on others.
Okay.
Shelter's coming.
The Grifters.
The Grifters will be here. We'll have a grifter.
Unfortunately, I don't have a mic, so could you all speak a little louder? Yeah.
So we'll move forward.
Yeah, you can move forward, get blinded. But then I have to go like this.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And we.
Oh wow, that worked.
And we also have occasional dance parties.
We've been open
DJ
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Broke is.
And we need everybody's support.
Stuck.
Need everybody's support.
Yeah.
And we especially are very much open to people who have bands. Bring them to us, and we'll.
Like Bob from Downside.
Bob from Downside.
Bob from Downside.
Yes.
Bob from
Downside.
Good set, Bob. Good set. And this is what we do.
You all have been open 3 weeks. What kind of things did you have to go through with the city to get it done, get it open, legal and everything?
A lot of butt kissing.
Butt kissing? Were they pretty cooperative?
It was surprisingly very. We didn't have much problem at all, really. We had a lot of support from the people who were, like the city, the alcohol commission. We don't sell alcohol, but we have to have a dance license to go to the same people.
A dance license?
Yeah, which is all run by the alcohol division down there.
Did you have fire codes and stuff like that?
Fire codes we went through. That was our only setback.
Boy, that
we
was
had fire codes came in. The fire department came in, checked it out.
Our sprinkler system does work.
Yeah.
How many people can you hold in your?
245.
245? You got that approved by the city, huh?
Yeah.
Approved by the city.
But we won't turn away 246.
Yes, we will.
What about 346?
Work for the city or what?
No. You haven't had any problems with like police or anything coming through?
So far, no. We've had a couple stop by and just kind of look around out front, but nothing more than that. More curious than anything. But we've got a lot of people hanging around out front who hasn't been a problem so far, so we're doing okay.
Have any problems with
locals?
Locals, yeah.
We used to.
Minor problems, not much.
We're on good terms.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
They're more curious than anything as well. Just want to know what's going on.
Y'all look thirsty. Yeah.
So, what were your names again?
I was enjoying
I'm Mike.
Mike.
Check. Stephanie Mann. Jim Kaiser.
And who's that
And
other
the
guy?
other is Jim Pickwell, who should be here any minute. Any minute.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
I don't know how that'll turn out. Recording. Yeah. Oh, are you waiting for your interviewer?
Oh, I'm interviewing you. About what? I don't know. What's the scribe for?
Your name, actually.
Jim.
Jim.
Jim Pickwell.
And your perspective on this venture?
It's punk.
It's punk? Oh. How do you feel about what the state of all ages shows in Kansas City?
I think they're needed.
They're needed?
Very much.
But this is the only one right now.
As much as I like that, I hope that more become. I mean, most of the people that listen to music are young kids, and if they can't go see it, they don't know what's going on. So this is a way of supporting the Kansas City scene, getting the kids into it, getting them involved, and they get to listen to really good music that otherwise they wouldn't hear until they're 21.
Yeah. And by then, they can only listen to what's popular.
Yeah, what United says is popular.
Yeah. So, this used to be the Human Observation Lab, same building.
I didn't live here when it was, but I've heard a lot of history of it.
History of it?
I walked through the building. It was kind of spooky.
Really? What's the plans for your future? How do you plan on keeping this place open?
We want to put a lot more work into it. None of us are planning on getting rich. We just want to keep building it up and just make it a place where people can come and have a good time. And keep the local scene going. Try to get in some headlining bands, touring bands. Just make it a good place to hang out.
Cool. Great.
Keep the kids out of trouble.
Can you spread peace through
We'll let Downside play again.
We'll let Downside play. They were pretty good.
And Buddy Lush, man.
Buddy Lush. Formerly the Sin City Disciples.
Yes.
That looks like an awesome storm coming. Oh, where's our address anyway? 1012 McGee.
Downtown.
Do you have a phone number? No? Not even a home phone number people can call for business?
I have my number. They can call me. 764-5014.
It's going. Cool. 764-5014. 816 or 913?
913.
913, Kansas side.
Yep.
Okay, great. And what bands do you have tonight again?
Buddy Lush is coming on and Scram.
Formerly Blindside.
Blindside.
And Downside just finished their show and it was a very enjoyable show.
Scram, formerly Blindside, with members of a band called Earth from Warrensburg, Missouri, which one of them has become a member of Season to Risk. I know that because I videotaped him. Cleaning up after the show. It's not even your own parking lot.
Our customers, the ones making the messes.
Are your customers making these messes?
What?
Is these your customers making these messes?
Yeah. Today's youth are basically England when it comes to cleanliness.
No, this isn't now. See, this isn't even the customers' cars here, right?
Not anymore, they already left.
Everybody's left, and there's still a lot of cars parked here and stuff.
A lot of people that live here.
They live there, these apartments?
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Hey, I could you come out here with that.
What?
I could come out here and help you with that.
Didn't see you over there. How you been doing?
Oh, man. Had a rough day, man. What? Oh, because y'all getting all the customers or what?
No, I think we're scaring all their customers away.
What customers are those like this?
Generally?
Well, let's see. Here's your place right here. The one with the discount furniture sign.
Oh, did they close y'all down?
No, we closed at a regular time. They just kept buying the L. They can't do anything.
No, because they can't do nothing because, hey, y'all don't own that stuff. They ain't got nothing to say so about that. They can't get mad.
So what's the bar's next door's name?
Well, let me get on that thing. Hello!
I don't know.
How you doing?
You don't know? You guys don't know?
We just know it as the weird bar down the street.
Oh, hello! I'm on TV.
Well, maybe the guys behind you complain too.
Who?
There's nobody behind us except a parking lot. Yeah,
well, I mean the parking lot, and then there's like the security guard that was standing outside across the way.
The bank? They
The
wouldn't
bank.
complain. They don't care. They just serve as a, like, shelter. I mean...
Well, they're paying customers. You can let them stand outside the building you own.
And they're staying out of the street. They're
Not
staying in that general area.
And believe me, I see them all on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And I can't get in. I said, golly, look at all this crap down there. Oh, they got it going on down there.
Well, my question is, where are the police? I mean, this place is notorious for having people standing out on the sidewalk all the time. Where are the police then?
Where are the cops at?
Well, nobody was calling the police on them because people were getting money out of it, I think.
Oh, you mean drugs
I bet
and
y'all rich by
Drugs
now.
and boy toys.
drugs and prostitution?
Huh?
Actually, the thing that sucks also is they have nothing to complain about because we clean up everything too.
Yeah, well, I just documented that.
We clean up even the trash that
other people are.
Thanks for the light, man. Thanks for the light, man.
It was
Wait, I have a lighter, man.
Thanks for the light, man. I like you.
So you don't really know if it's like the bar or bars, but it could be. It probably is.
A really good chance.
I went by there. I looked at the guys like staring out their window and stuff. Like, where's all our business?
Hey, what happened? What happened to everybody? Where everybody go?
We're closed.
What time y'all closed?
1:30.
Oh, wow.
Shows ended early tonight.
Huh?
Opening band didn't play long enough. We played longer than anybody else.
Yeah. If y'all have like if y'all have to get a liquor license and everything, you're an all ages place, no alcohol and stuff like that. Why?
No alcohol ever goes in.
Yeah.
So
well, I noticed that you guys are really patrolling that too. Like some places are kind of lax.
We get one chance.
Yeah.
If we get caught once, we'll be in so deep that we won't get out.
You're right.
So what did the cops say to you exactly?
That we were making too much noise.
And that there were
what was the exact story?
Too many complaints.
Yeah,
but there's
who's like out there?
Yeah, start at the beginning.
Were you?
I was out there. He pulls up. He gets out of the car, and there were like a whole bunch of people up here just hanging out. And they started walking down when he pulled up, and he started saying that he got too many complaints about us being too loud and too many people being on the sidewalk. And if he came by here again and there were that many people outside, if he got another complaint, he was going to come in and shut it down. That's all he said.
He arrested me.
Now and arrest everybody standing outside.
If you,
that don't make no sense.
Is there any way you could, do you have a lawyer?
Yeah, you can get a good
Have you thought about getting a lawyer?
You can't afford a lawyer.
Can't afford one.
What about ACLU?
Well,
that's true.
Well, excuse me, can I say something? Can I be a lawyer?
His dad's a lawyer.
We can check into that, the ACLU, and also we can check into his censorship issues.
He's not that kind of
because this is an ongoing thing here in Kansas City and other towns.
My dad would. He'd talk to you.
I mean, they don't care about the crack dealers, the drug dealers, or the prostitution. All they care about is like all ages shows.
People staying out of trouble.
Trying to shut
they can't drink in our place, so I mean, we're keeping 100 people.
Well, yeah, we saw the people. They were under control.
And Lynn Dickey's got sold to a company in New York.
We've only had 2 real incidents here. Both of them involved drunks, or one was just really high, and he wasn't coming to the show.
Tonight?
He just happened to wander by. No, since we've been open.
Well, I noticed you had a couple of them that were kind of hanging around and causing a little trouble, talking to people mostly, and.
Yeah, I mean, we have some of the alcohol.
Yeah. But y'all had a lot of crowd.
Yeah.
But that's no biggie. I mean, we just are polite to them.
Yeah.
As long as they don't cause any trouble.
What about like people that are sitting out, you know, drinking?
They can't be sitting out by us.
Yeah,
if we catch them with the beer, we tell them to leave.
Then they can't do anything about it.
Okay.
If they're in the parking lot, I mean, we can't
do anything
keep
about
somebody
it.
right here. If we see them, we can tell them to stop. But
you ever think about maybe trying to, if you did get into some money, maybe trying to hire an off-duty police officer that maybe would calm down things?
We thought about it, but they're expensive.
Really?
What are expensive?
Rent-a-cops?
Well, I know that off-duty, a Kansas City off-duty cop would be kind of expensive, but it might be worth it. In that you might be saving face with the police department if one of their own was out here.
See, the thing is, though, rent-a-cops just cause more tension because people,
I know that.
People that come to clubs like this won't respect somebody in a uniform.
Well, what if he comes?
More that's from the scene.
What if he doesn't have a uniform? You know.
Well,
I mean,
then he doesn't look like a cop. Then he's just a normal security.
Yeah, normal security.
And that man can take care of just about anything he wants to.
Well, I mean, mainly for like the parking lots, the outer lots and stuff. You know,
we come over here and check as much as we want. I mean, we're going to be, you know, as we get busier and we make more money, we'll hire more security.
Yeah.
When we opened, our crowds weren't that big because no one knew about us. So to have 5